guys, Lunar Survival 27 here, bringing you Bleach, chapter 546, The Last 9 Days. So the chapter begins, with Shunsui telling Ichigo's friends, Keigo, Mizuru, and Tatsuki, that they would have to say goodbye to Ichigo. Although Keigo denied this and thought this was a funny joke, but no, he is serious. Shunsui tells them that, Ichigo has arrived in Soul Society to help them once again. And Mizuru actually understands this because that's how Ichigo is, and that's why they're his friends. According to Shunsui, since Ichigo is training at the palaces of Squad Zero, he's going to come back with a new power. And depending on that power, it may have some serious effects on the world of the living. And if that actually happens, then they would have no choice but to keep Ichigo inside Soul Society and never let him step foot inside the world of the living. Meaning that if his power is too intense for the world of the living, he'll have to stay in Soul Society for the rest of his life and not go back to Karakura Town. Of course, Keigo gets pissed off by this, but Mizuru actually asks him what are the odds of this actually happening. But Keigo says that it's actually a 1 in 10,000 of it happening, even lower. So it's a very, very long shot of that happening. But even if it's a very unlikely for that to happen, not letting Ichigo's high school friends know about the possibilities and the outcomes, that would be doing a disservice for him. So the only solution that he could actually come up with is to give them soul tickets. Where basically, if they have these tickets, they can go to Soul Society and visit Ichigo, if there is a chance he's stuck there anytime he wants. He also gave them to Ichigo's family as well. Tatsuki, of course, is really worried about this, but Shunsui tells her not to worry about it because once Ichigo comes back, he'll immediately come back to Karakura Town and rest up for the upcoming battle against the Quincy's and the Vandenreich. So if you guys didn't actually like seeing Ichigo's high school friends, well, I'm sorry, but this took about 7 to 8 pages till we get to the really interesting stuff. But I'm not saying that seeing Ichigo's friends are that bad. I mean, I did like Tatsuki. Keigo's okay. Mizuru, I don't usually get this guy that much, honestly. They're just Ichigo's regular human friends that have no special powers. They're just there, in case they're somewhat important or just there to be used as bait for Ichigo. Anyway, we cut back to Hueco Mundo, seeing Chad and Orihime there. Turns out that they're at the ruins because they're training and preparing themselves for the upcoming war against the Vandenreich. And no, we do not see any of the wrong cars. We don't see Grimjaw. We don't see Gantenbai. We don't see any other people there, just Chad and Orihime. Anyway, Orihime is actually thinking of how peaceful everything was, even though they're preparing for the war. But she actually liked the fact that, humans, Shinigami, around cars are actually working together, helping each other to protect their own world. She actually wishes this could go on forever. Different kinds of species helping each other, protecting each other without any war whatsoever, without any fighting. And then we cut back to Soul Society, and all of a sudden a giant dome traps the entire Sarate. Did this turn into Stephen King's Under the Dome? That TV show that was out, but I haven't actually seen it. But I've read the book, and I actually know, what caused the dome to appear in the first place, but I'm not gonna say, because, spoilers. The dome, pops out of nowhere, traps the entire Sarate, but then, all of a sudden, all the buildings in the Sarate completely disappear, and gets replaced by this Vandenreich Palace in Hueco Mundo. The fuck? How the hell did Bach do this? Is this some special time? That interdimensional special technique that I don't really know I guess it probably explains how they're able to go from Hueco Mundo to Soul Society from the previous invasion. All the time that the Shinigamis, Ichigo, and the others are preparing for war, all of a sudden they've popped up in the Sarate, and now the war is about to begin. Of course, we get to see Akon in Research and Development Department, and according to him, Sarate vanished into thin air. So, how did the technique work? Did Yuabak teleported the Sarate away somewhere? Or, did they, swap places? Now the Sarate is gonna be in Hueco Mundo? I don't know. All I know is that the Stern Reachers, the Quincy's, they're in Soul Society again. We're gonna get another epic invasion. Hell yes. But before we get to that, Yuabak actually asks Ryu if he knew about the Kaiser Gesang, which he does, and we actually get to hear it again. The sealed king of the Quincy regains his heartbeat after 900 years, regains his reason and intelligence after 90 years, and then he regains his strength after 9 years. But apparently there is an extra verse in the limerick. So after Yobak, the sealed king of the Quincy, regains his strength after 9 years, he then conquers the world 9 days later. That the world will end in 9 days. And that is where the chapter ends. So yeah, that is Bleach, chapter 546. This was honestly, I did like this chapter. I know some of you guys really probably hated the first half because, Ichigo's high school friends talking about Shunsui, but you guys actually did come up with a theory that Ichigo will eventually have to stay in Soul Society, which is actually true. But the odds of that are very, very low of it happening. We still haven't even seen Ichigo's full Shinigami powers at the moment. We still don't know what his Zanpakuto abilities can do, but it might happen. Who knows? I mean, Ichigo's Reiatsu is very intense. I mean, even with the substitute Shinigami badge that was able to repress it, he was still really strong. And this entire time, he was only using a fraction of his powers ever since this beginning of the series, ever since he fully awakened his Shinigami powers. Well, not fully, but you know what I mean. Now, Yubak, honestly, I actually wonder why he wants to conquer the world in 9 days. I mean, we know, what he wants to do. We just want to know, why he wants to do it. I mean, what are the reasons behind his intentions? But all I gotta know is that I really did like the second half. I mean, the entire Sarate completely disappeared. I'm assuming that it swapped places with Hueco Mundo, or it has been completely wiped out of existence. I don't know. But I don't think it has affected any of the inhabitants. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. We don't know yet, but all I know is that the Shinigamis now have to fight the Stern Reachers. But all I know is that I am definitely looking forward to next week. What the narrator-san, what are you doing here? I didn't need you for this week.
You didn't read the bottom page.
What are you talking about?
Go to page 18, read the bottom text.
Alright, let me see. The series will be on hiatus for the next 5 weeks! It's going on hiatus?
Right, so.
But 5 weeks? That means we won't get to see it in August.
Actually, there's more.
Wait, what do you mean it's more?
Well, it could be more than 5 weeks for Bleach to come back. According to a post on the Manga Stream homepage, it says that Bleach will be on hiatus from Jump 35 to 40, meaning that it will come back in Jump issue number 41 in September the 9th. The last arc, 1000 Years, Blood War arc, the separation story, will start, because Tite-Kubo wants to go on a long hiatus so that he can approach the final battle fully charged and give it his absolute all.
Oh, but what about Ichigo's new Zanpakuto abilities, his Shinigami powers? What about this Shinigami fight against the Vandenreich? What about the Stern Reachers? What about Uryu, Hashvald, Yuabak? What about Kenpachi Zanpakuto's name? What about what was Mayuri experimenting with Nemu in his office?
Well, you have to wait like everyone else until issue 41 comes out. I'm sorry, but that's how it is.
This sucks. You know what, whatever. We just gotta move on. So, yes, if you haven't heard from the narrator-san or seen from the Manga Stream homepage or the bottom of the manga, Bleach will be on hiatus for several weeks until it reaches to Jump issue number 41. So there will be no Bleach for a very long time. Also, One Piece will be on hiatus next week. So all I got left this week are the Naruto, Toriko, and Fairy Tail chapter reviews. That kind of sucks. I was looking forward to the invasion. So honestly, I was looking forward to what's to come, but it doesn't seem like that will happen for a very long time. But on the plus side, the chapter, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, some of you guys might not like the first half with Ichigo's high school friends and Chad and Orihime's moment. Even though they were training, I was actually hoping to see them train. But then again, the last time they trained after, the 17-month time skip, what happened in the end? They get pushed aside by the Shinigami. God, I freaking hated the Fullbring arc. I mean, seriously, all of that, and all I got to see was Orihime's new technique. Which, okay, I thought it was kind of cool, but what about Chad? Has he improved? We don't know, because we didn't get to see him fight. Still pissed off about it. Sorry. I just didn't like the Fullbring arc, okay? Well, at least the second half of it. I mean, the things got interesting when Tsukishima started, appearing more. Why didn't Tsukishima be the main villain, not freaking Ginjo? Tsukishima was actually better. I mean, the whole charade thing was kind of cool, but then, oh no, it turned out Ginjo was the main villain this whole time. Bullcrap. Oh, right. So overall, this chapter was pretty good. You guys might probably not like the first half, but I thought the first half was okay. And we get to learn that Ichigo may or may not go back to the world of the living. I'm actually hoping he does, or maybe he'll probably argue against it with Shunsui and probably figure out a way to stay in town. Or he'll probably have to stay in Soul Society for the sake of everybody. Who knows? But it's not like that his friends and family can't visit him anytime he wants. And who knows, if he does stay in Soul Society, he might become a captain himself. That would be pretty cool. Although a lot of people are saying that he could become a Soul King. Also, how I just realized how long were the Shinigami and Ichigo and the others were training for? Was it a few days or something? Because if it was like a few days, if it wasn't like a week long, I don't know if like a few days will be enough to prepare themselves. I mean, who knows? We'll just have to wait and see in Jump 41 in September. Freaking sucks, but what are you gonna do? It's Kubo. I mean, yeah, he has his reasons. That is Bleach chapter 546. Tell me, guys, what did you think about this chapter? Do you think Ichigo will stay in Soul Society, or will he be able to stay in the world of the living? Are you hyped for the upcoming invasion round 2 of the Vandenreich? What do you think happened to Sarate? Did it disappear? Did it teleport somewhere else? Or, well, what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, like the video if you like it, and subscribe for more videos. Also, be sure to check out my Facebook fan page and Google+. So that is basically it for this week. I'm News27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.